Hi, my name is Paul, and I'm going to teach you how to configure default routing. So within these two LANs. So in my topology, I have two LANs which are connected together, and there's no communication which is taking place right now. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to place the IP address on this side, and I configure also IP address on this side, and also configure this IP address this side, and to enable communication from one PC to another PC, because right now there's no communication which is taking place on both router or on the both device. So I'm going to start configuration from the scratch, but right now I put the on this PC there's the IP address which is inside it, and on this PC also we have IP address which is inside it. So let us start configuration from this router. The router is asking for initial configuration. You said no. You go to global configuration, set global configuration, then you set interface giga 0/0, then you put the IP at 192.168.1.1, then with the second 155.255.255.0. Then you set no SAT to now this thing is up. Now let's go to this serial cable, and we also place the IP address there. So we said interface 0.1.0, then IP at set 192.200.100.253 with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.252. Yes, you enter, you said no SAT. For this now it will not be up, because for serial cable need all both sides to be up. Then you will find a green sign here which is showing it is up now, but this side is up. Do right to save the configuration. We have done with this side. Then let us come this side and also place the IP address. Here we said enable. We go to the global configuration by set config terminal. We place the IP address on this side by saying interface giga 0/0, then the IP address we add is equal to 172.16.31 dot 155.255.255.0. that is subnet mask. Then it said no SAT. Yeah, it is now up, and we go to the serial cable. We said exit from that area. We go to the global configuration, then we set the interface 0.1.0, then we said to place the IP address there. We said 192.200.100.254, because the other side is 253. This side are going to put 254 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.252. We enter. Yeah, now we said no SAT. You'll even find, yeah, everything is up. You do right to save the configuration. Then you test whether this side is communicating to this side, to see if it's communicating successful. Here is communicating. Then we also test this side whether it is working properly. Successfully it is working. Then you also test both router if they are communicating to each other. Test this one, and this successful is working. Now the problem, that's why our main topic is how to use configuration of default routing, because we are configuring default routing because the LAN within this side is not communicating with the LAN within this side. If, for example, this PC cannot recognize this PC, let us try to communicate like this one. You press here, you say fail, because there's no link which link them for communications, so it is failed. And that's what we are going to configure right now. We are going to configure default route. on both router. Now exit there. So we said IP root. IP root. Any networks is 0.0.0.0 space. Any subnet mask is 0.0.0.0 space. Then you put the next op. Next op is the PC, which is this side. We put the IP address. If you check here, you find the IP address is here 192.168.192.200. that you put, you see 192.200.100.254. so we put that one. The subnet said 192.200.100.254. then we enter. Then it said do right to save the configurations. Do also the same to this side. So this side also you do the same. Then you go to the exit. This one you go to the global configuration. Global you said IP root. Then root any network which is 10.0.0.0. This is default with any subnet mask with 0.0.0.0 zeros. Then space. Then you put the IP address here. You click. You drag here. You find the IP address is down here, which is 192.200.100.253. You also put by 192.200.100.253. Then you enter. Next up is the next then the IP address. Then you do right to save the configuration. Now we are finished configuring default routing. Now for us, whether it is working or not, we have to try troubleshoot. We test whether it is working or not. By testing, we test here. Yeah, it is successfully working. Or you ping. Because this is saying by pinging. You go to the command prompt. You said ping. You check for this IP address. This is the IP address here. You copy. You go to the picking. You just paste the IP address. You paste the IP address here. You enter. You find that it is working properly. So there's no problem with this. All bots lands from this side and this side is working properly. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. In case of anything, in case of any question, you update us. We are going to answer you corresponding and correctly according to what we understand. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.